CAC Pulse Live in Stockholm, and I'm here with Greta from Iceland. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you on Eurovision again. It's
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Now, I'm just wondering, how's your time in Stockholm been so far? Have you been enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I love it here. I've been here so many times before. I know the city quite well, and yeah, it's great to be back.
Oh, that's great. It's quite useful if you're used to the city, because this is my first time in Stockholm. I'm still trying to get used to everything.
It's overwhelming, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So how do you think your first rehearsal went today?
I think it went well. We have a pretty complicated act,
Yeah.
so it takes a while to get everything sorted, and for us the main thing was to get the center for everything that's interactive with the shadows. It took a while for us with the crew to find out where exactly on the screen we should put the center. So it took, I think, about 3 runs until we knew, okay, here's the center, so here's where you're gonna be.
Okay.
So yeah, but I think it went well. There's still a lot of content missing.
Yeah.
So you'll see some changes at the next rehearsal.
Okay.
You might even see a disappearing Greta on stage, but we'll see.
Oh, sounds very promising indeed. Now, of course, for people who are not familiar with you, not familiar that you participate in Eurovision before, could you just tell us a bit of how you got into music and how your kind of like path kind of started in this industry?
I started playing the violin when I was 4. And I am a classical violinist. I have a master's degree in music from the Art Academy back home. I studied at Stetson University in Florida too.
Oh.
I've traveled done a lot of touring, and I did Eurovision 2012 with a song that I wrote called Never Forget.
Yeah.
I've been under contract with Disney doing a show for them for the last 1.5 years. I do a lot of concerts, shows back home and in Europe. I tour a lot, and then this year I'm doing Eurovision again.
Yeah, that's very exciting. What you've done lots of different things as you just explained. Now, just interested, what kind of things kind of like inspire you in terms of like creating music and things like that?
Mostly, I would say it's people. I get really inspired by people. But for me, nature too inspires me. I'm a very sentimental person. I would say I'm easily inspired. So it doesn't take a lot for me to think, oh, I have to write a song about this, or I have to hang on to this feeling because I want that to translate into a song.
Yeah.
But I would say nature and people, definitely.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely best like if you come up with an idea spontaneous rather than just sit down and think, okay, I have to do this about this. It works better that way, definitely. Now, just leading on from that, obviously this year's song that Eurovision song that you're participating, it's obviously quite a big concept with it in terms of the message and the visual aspect of it. Could you just explain to us how the process of creating all of this thing came about?
Yeah, I can tell you there's nothing simple about that. So when I wrote the song, I knew that I wanted to do something visual that would emphasize the message, which is about the negative voices, on Facebook and Twitter and the media and just, everywhere. And I wanted to work with shadows. That was my first idea. I made a Pinterest board with like hands, shadow hands, and I wanted to work with that. So I called together a team, and we met at a cafe. We looked at my Pinterest board and we said, yeah, let's do this. So we kind of took it from there, and I had my amazing choreographer Ásgeir. He's the guy in the graphics that's doing all the dance, and my graphic designer Oliverla and the filmmaker Jonathan Duffy. So the 4 of us, we kind of just took it from there, and we recorded the shadows with Ásgeir, and we just created something that we were proud of.
Okay, that's really good. Now, you mentioned about sort of like battling negative voices in your head. Like, I kind of relate to that because like I have a bit of trouble just just horrible things about myself in my own head. Like, do you believe it's very important to tell everyone just to like have a more positive outlook in life and just ignore these horrible things?
I think so, because we all battle with negative voices in our heads. I do it too. You know, we can be quite, we can be quite cruel to ourselves with those, and we're our own worst critics, I think.
Yeah.
So, you're not the only one, definitely. I think we all battle with negativity, and sometimes our own negativity is our own worst enemy. But I think, with that being said, being positive and being a positive voice to someone else is so important, because it can make such a big difference. And I can tell you, because you were saying that you battle with those things, and I do it too. When I was in Amsterdam, after the concert, a girl came up to me and she told me that she cried during the whole song, and she cried when she was talking to me. She told me, I've been bullied ever since I was a kid, and I battle with negative voices in my head constantly. I don't trust people because of it. And she said, but your song helps me and it makes me feel like I'm not alone. And of course, then I started crying. So, and for me, that was a winning moment. I felt like a winner at that moment. I was just like, I don't need anything else. I've achieved what I wanted with this song. This is great, but I just hope the song will touch someone in the same way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a great way of going about it. Yeah, it's just like, as long as people understand what you're talking about, and if it benefits other people, then that's it. That's all you need to do, and that is a wonderful thing to achieve, in my opinion.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Just a couple more questions. Now, this is one I ask everyone. Now, should you win Eurovision this year and we go to Reykjavik next year, what would you recommend people visiting Iceland go and see? Now, I imagine there's a lot of things to see, considering the nature of your country.
Yeah, like you said, nature. I mean, Iceland is all about nature. You don't really have to go anywhere to see it. It's everywhere. But I would say the Golden Circle, see the waterfalls, see the hot springs, the geysers, and the crater lakes. Yeah, the glacier lagoon. There's so much to see. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely love to go to Iceland, because I'm a fan of the Nordic countries in general, and like I'd love to go see the landscapes and see the Nordlys as well.
Yes.
It was like one of my biggest dreams in life, really.
Well, I will try my best to get you there. But there is another way for you to get there. If you go to my Facebook page, I have a cover contest going on.
Okay.
So if you cover my song, you can win a ticket with WoW Air to Iceland and a free stay at the Hilton.
Okay.
And that's not a bad prize to win. And we have that going on until May 11th. So if you go to my Facebook page, Greta Salóme, there's an app there for this contest. So you can put your cover in, and you might be going to Iceland.
Oh, I might have to think about that. Might fancy my chances. Now, just one last thing. Can you just give a quick message to our readers on our website, to the camera just over there?
Yes. My message is, don't listen to the negative voices. Let's be positive, and let's focus on being a positive voice to each other.